She's dead. Wrapped in plastic.
Welcome to the Twin Peaks podcast.
Damn good coffee. And hot. Would everyone please take a seat?
Welcome everyone to the first episode of the Twin Peaks podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Melanie.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Caitlin.
And we're here to review the cult classic television series Twin Peaks. This is a show that was an integral part of the history of television. It pushed the boundaries of what people thought a television show could do and forever changed the landscape of the way we view TV. On this podcast, we've got two people who've seen Twin Peaks in its entirety, myself and Melanie. However, the really exciting part is that we also have two people who have never seen the show before and know really nothing about it at all. That would be Brad and Caitlin. If you've never seen Twin Peaks before, we hope you'll join us as we review each episode and get the thoughts of both Twin Peaks veterans and Twin Peaks newbies as they experience it for the first time with you. If you have seen the show before, we hope that hearing Brad and Caitlin's journey through the strange world of Twin Peaks brings you back to that time in your life when you first saw the show yourself. Now in this show we plan to review the series in a very lighthearted way. We're not going to get too heady and we may even poke fun at some things, but rest assured Mel and I are huge fans already, and I have a feeling that Brad and Caitlin will be as well when all things are said and done. One last thing is that we're not the first podcast to try our hand at this format of reviewing a TV series. This podcast was heavily inspired by a Buffy the Vampire Slayer podcast called Potential Cast, so if you end up liking this style, please check them out and watch Buffy along with them. So where are you all from?
Well, I am currently living in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is fun times.
Yeah. What about you, Caitlin?
I'm living in Calgary, Canada.
Okay.
Cowtown up in the north.
Cowtown?
Yes.
I didn't know there's a lot of cows in Calgary.
Well, there's a lot of
Stampede.
That's true, yeah.
stampede every year.
Duh.
Very important.
We got three Canadians here, me and Melanie from New Brunswick. Where are you from specifically, Mel?
I am from Capelay, New Brunswick, in Canada. It's a small little fishing town on the coast, the Atlantic coast.
How's Melanie's accent?
I'm French, so...
Can you tell?
Yes, I can hear it slightly.
Yeah.
She's pretty good, though.
Not too bad, sometimes.
Yeah. So, what do? I am a graphic designer.
And what do you like doing?
Oh, we're talking about that, too? My spare time?
Your hobbies. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color? No one wants to know that. In my spare time, I play a lot of video games. I like nature.
Long walks on the beach.
Exactly. Yeah. What about you, Mel?
I'm a web designer. And I like movies, I like books, I like nature as well. I like a lot of different things. I like my horizons to be expanded.
Yeah. All right, what about you guys?
Well,
go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Brad.
I'm gonna have to start saying
I know.
names, man.
Well, I don't want to be like the director that tells everyone
You
what to do.
have to be, though.
Well, they don't do that on the Potential Cast. They
don't.
somehow know when the other.
They edit it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a flag system, definitely.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead, whoever.
Take it.
All right. Well, I am an engineer. In my spare time, I like to watch a lot of TV. I have at least 10 shows going on at once.
What are your favorite TV shows right now?
I like Fringe, The Big Bang Theory. One series that just ended recently that I'm really sad about was Better Off Ted. That was a hilarious show. If you like Arrested Development, you should watch that one.
Hey, we just started watching Arrested Development on Netflix. Never seen it before.
Nice.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, we like it.
So-
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brad.
Well, my favorite color is chartreuse. I think that's the most important thing. I'm a playwright, which it's a ridiculous career to have in the 21st century, but you know.
Yeah, I've never met a playwright before.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. That's not a good career choice.
Sounds like a very romantic profession, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Only in theory. Only in theory.
It'll be good to have a have a playwright on here. I'm sure you're very good with story structure and you pay attention to that kind of thing a lot.
Oh yeah, brutally so.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some in-depth thoughts from you on the story.
Just to like be monologuing about structure and things no one cares about.
So, what kind of things do you like to do in your spare time?
Avoiding sleep, defying nature. Yeah, that takes up most of it right there.
Okay. So, what do you two know about Twin Peaks so far?
Yeah, I got not much at all. I'm completely without moorings right now. Like, when we were getting ready to record this, I was like, I guess I should do some research, but I can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
It's better not to, anyways. I always like to go into shows with no expectations, because then you're more impressed then when you do see the show.
Oh, absolutely. It's just the going to talk about a show, and I got nothing. No idea.
I'm pretty much the same. Like, I know the general premise of the show, what it's going for. Like, there was that one episode of Psych, which did the Twin Peaks theme. So I wasn't really, too familiar. Well, actually, I wasn't familiar at all with the Twin Peaks references, but I thought it was a cool episode.
Yeah, that might not have made much sense.
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah, it's a pretty influential series. It's been parodied a lot, and the setting in the Pacific Northwest is very iconic, and a lot of people use that. Yeah, so do you guys want me to say anything about it, or do you just want to go in complete blank slate?
I think, I'm all for the blank slate. Like,
right.
Okay.
At this point, my general idea is, of course, we have two mountain peaks that are separated at birth by a continental divide, and then eventually they're going to reunite, and there's going to be some sort of a conflict, a mistaken identities, and like a Roman comedy.
Yeah.
And then there'll be mysterious things happening.
That's the series exactly. How did you guess that?
That's what I do. That's what I do.
We don't even have to do the show anymore. You just ruined it, Brad.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not really what it's all about. Okay, so
I'm out.
Oh, dang. All right, so we'll all sign off here and go watch the Twin Peaks pilot. Then we'll get back together in a few days from now and talk about it. And through the magic of editing, you'll hear what we all thought in just a few moments. Everyone up for that?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Goodbye, us of the past.
Bye.
Bye.
And we're back. That didn't seem like very long. Seems like we were only speaking a few moments ago.
We were so innocent back then.
Yeah. That went by fast. I hope I didn't miss anything. All right. Okay, so first of all, how many times did you guys watch it?
I got in a solid 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched it once this time. I think because it was such a long episode that I could only take it once. So yeah.
All right. Did you manage to find the correct version? You didn't get the one where the ending is tacked on, did you?
No.
No, it's the right one. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm really curious now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can watch that at the end. Okay.
And then if you watch that one, we would know who didn't kill Laura Palmer.
Yeah. Who didn't? Well, the first time I was watching it, I was amazed at how many characters there are. There's like 28 main characters.
Yeah. It's like I'm pulling out a full-out Glenn Beck chalkboard, making lists. Oh my god, so many.
Was it hard to keep track of for you guys?
It was the first time for me. The second time around, I felt like I was pretty solid.
Yeah, well, just like getting into the episode at the beginning, it was a bit tougher, but I really got into it like about, 45 minutes in, and I'm like, oh, I'm really enjoying this, and it was easier to keep track of the characters at that point.
Yeah. Well, for the first half hour, everybody's just crying.
Yes.
Yeah. And the music, oh my goodness.
What'd you think of the music?
Oh, it's a little overbearing.
Yeah, they use that same Laura Palmer's theme, I think it's called, like, 16 times in the pilot.
Love it.
But I think they broaden with some other music, but it's all in the same style, so if you don't like the style, uh-oh.
It's just very dated, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pure 90s melodramatic.
Yeah. No, what else is dated? That ugly green and brown font.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those were the first two things I noticed, the Twin Peaks and that font, and then the music. Oh.
Well, I do like the fact that it opens with, we're seeing machinery that I guess is sharpening blades.
Yeah.
Which you don't really think about the blade sharpening machinery, but
Yeah, that's true.
That's disturbing.
Yeah. It's kind of contrasting the man-made world and the natural world in the opening.
They seem to have like a lot of shots like that where they're just focusing on like the inanimate objects, like in the beginning with the mill, and then later they're like shots with like shoes, but that led up to something, and like a ceiling fan and a fireplace. It was just like, I don't know, kind of seemed abrupt a lot of the time.
Yeah. A lot of those shots probably mean something, and I'm not smart enough to understand. like the ceiling fan. And
You're not supposed to admit that, Matt.
that I'm not. It's clearly evident. I didn't know Calgary was Cowtown.
For me, it wasn't so much the fact that there was a long shot of the ceiling fan, but how long the chain was on the ceiling fan.
Oh, really? I didn't even take notice of that.
I felt like it went like all the way to the ground.
I'll have to rewatch that part. Yeah, there's the ceiling fan, and then I think, I don't know about in the pilot, but they reused a few shots more than once, like the traffic lights going to the red light and the trees blowing really violently in the wind. Those are used a lot. So what they mean, I don't know. You guys have any ideas?
Not
At
yet.
this point, no.
No.
I will. Oh, I will.
Is there any characters you immediately disliked or anything?
There's a long list.
Yes.
Let me pull out the lists. Out of 28 characters.
Audrey Horne, the one girl at the school, she just seems kind of crazy, and I really dislike her.
She's a firecracker.
Yeah, it's true. What else?
I enjoy her.
I kind of like her too.
Yeah. She'll probably grow on you. Hopefully.
Donna's mulleted boyfriend. I could do without him.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, he's a jackass.
Oh, yeah, him and Bobby are terrible.
Yeah.
But by the way they introduced Bobby, just like talking to his parents at first, and now he's on the football team, I was expecting like this really upstanding great guy, and then all of a sudden you get this jerk.
Yeah, well, his parents are very upstanding citizens. I don't know what went wrong.
Well, but I will say this for Bobby. He's an industrious young man. He's up at 5 a.m. every morning, going for a jog, has coffee and breakfast at the diner, bangs a waitress, has a drink, R6, goes to his early morning football practice, and then to homeroom.
Yeah, that's pretty busy.
Rebecca Black can't get downstairs to have a bowl of cereal by 7.
Kids were more efficient in the 90s.
It was a different time.
Does this show take you back to the 90s?
In terrible ways.
Yeah, the whole pilot, it's very dramatic. It's basically just a soap opera. The only supernatural-ish thing that happens is right at the very end, where Laura's mother has the vision, the guy finding the locket or whatever.
Yeah, I totally didn't catch that. That was a vision when I first saw that. Like I watched that little segment again.
Yeah. I did not realize that.
What did you guys think it was?
The mom just having a burst of like emotion and shots of a guy finding the necklace.
Yeah, I've already written the mother off as insane, so I wasn't.
People that we've watched the show with they don't like her. They find that she's too hysterical.
They find she's a bad actress and they keep laughing at her whenever she cries.
But she is a little like a little bit hysterical. But I would assume that any mother would react that way if their child died.
I think it's believable. Do you guys think she's overacting or?
Well, here's my thing: is that everyone, and she's the first person. Everyone knows Laura Palmer's dead long before anyone makes any claims.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mel had a point about
Yeah,
that.
I'm glad you brought that up, because, yeah, I noticed that too. It seems that everybody, not that everybody knew that, it's almost like they were expecting it,
Right.
almost. That's how
It's like, wait,
voted.
Laura's not in class today. Oh no, she's dead. We're all weeping.
Like when Pete says she's dead wrapped in plastic. And
Yeah.
Harry doesn't even ask who's she. The first thing he says is where. He doesn't even say who. It seems like they all kind of knew that it would be her.
Alright, well, maybe we should start going through... My notes are in... a lot of my notes are in chronological order, so we can start going through the episode itself, I guess, if you guys want.
Mhm.
So what do you think Andy's deal is? Deputy Andy.
Okay, quick question. Is he worse at doing his job or combing his hair?
That's one for the ages, so I don't know.
Yeah, his reaction at first made me think, oh, do they never have murders or anything in this town? It's a population of 50,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah, about the population though, that's a trivia I was going to bring up later. Originally they wanted it to be, what is it, I have it written down here. The sign says 51,201, and originally it was supposed to be 5,120. And the network said that they were worried that people in America wouldn't be able to sympathize with this small town. So they made it add a 1 to the end of the population sign.
That's
Yeah.
great.
But apparently that was the actual population of the town they were shooting in, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that what they said? I thought that's what they said.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Didn't
Everyone
do
just
your
commutes.
Here's one of your points, Mel.
The crime scene. They just had 3 people. You know, if you watch TV shows nowadays, at a crime scene they'll always have like a bevy of like investigators and coroners, but it was just 3 people, and it kind of shows how small the community is.
Yeah.
Very tight knit.
Yeah, very tight knit. Everybody knew Laura, like all the people that were there at the crime scene, they knew her. And
You guys have any other things?
Not on that. I at this point I was still in full shock of 90s hair.
Yeah, none of those hairstyles would fly now.
I think I have like three notes about hair before I just adjusted to the fact that okay, it's 1990. Let's calm down.
I think the only hairstyle that would pass today is Cooper's, probably.
Yeah.
What's her face? Oh yeah, Josie. She's got some hair. She's got some weird hair. What else? Oh yeah, the very beginning. Yeah, trying to find Laura Palmer would have gone much quicker in this day and age. You know, mobile phones and everything.
Yes.
She was calling all
Definitely.
over the town. You seen Laura? No. Try here. No, I haven't seen her either. Try here.
But what reason does she really have to be so freaked out?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the bed was unmade as though she had gotten up.
Yeah.
So it's not like she was out all night. It doesn't really work out to me. It's like, oh, she got up early this morning. We have to find her.
but that brings it back to the point where I said everybody seemed to know that there was something going on with her.
Right.
Yeah, everybody seemed to be sort of expecting her to be in trouble. So
Yeah, they were trying to give it a good build-up, I think, but maybe,
Yeah.
just didn't do it quite right.
She was just exceptionally accident-prone, and everyone knew this was going to happen.
What's with the random guy dancing in the hall at school?
Oh, I missed this.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I missed it.
There's just after a scene where I think Donna and Audrey are speaking. They leave and then some guy's just dancing.
Nice.
But what else do I got? Oh yeah, Audrey changes her shoes at school.
Yeah, what's the deal with her shoes?
I don't know. I think she's kind of pretending to be something she's not when she's at home.
Mm-hmm.
The shoes are kind of more grown up, so she's like, I don't know, maybe
she was smoking at the locker
she was
room.
smoking.
Yeah.
I read a blog called 35 Years of David Lynch, and they saw it as she feels like a woman trapped in a child's world or something.
Okay, all right.
And then she acts like a complete child later on, though.
Yeah, sticking the pen in the coffee. Oh yeah. Also, when they're doing the roll call, she does "here" in air quotes. You know,
Nice.
Only here in body.
She's a firecracker, I'm calling it.
You guys got anything else? I could just keep rattling on, but I don't want to monopolize.
There's ceramic figurines. I have a personal fear of ceramic figurines because no one should own them.
Why is that?
They're just horrific. Just these little knick-knacky pieces of junk. And there is one. It's when Laura's mother is calling Bobby's mother.
Yeah.
And she goes to the phone and she's playing with the scissors, which is also weird. Like, right there is the strangest little figurine, like, in her windowsill.
I did not notice that.
It's bizarre. I think it's more bizarre than the giant ceramic duck in Laura's bedroom.
I think there's also a ceramic dog in, like, one of the opening shots where you see Josie looking at herself in the mirror.
Ugh.
Dog.
Horrific.
Oh, what I noticed in the kitchen was the Captain Crunch sitting on the counter behind Mother.
Has that box changed much in 20 years?
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere, though, that David Lynch is against product placement, but
Is
maybe
he?
that's just me.
Maybe you forgot about that one.
Yeah.
What else? You guys think Bobby actually cares about Laura?
Bobby's an industrious young man. You can't be tied down to one person.
No, definitely not.
What I got from, like, later when he was being interrogated is that Bobby cared more that they thought that he killed her, and that she loved him rather than that he loves her at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
True. Yeah. I have written in exclamation marks, drapes!
Yeah.
That character's name is Nadine. I don't know if it's said in the pilot or not, but...
Nadine the drape-obsessed pirate.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you guys think of her?
Oh, I can't wait to see more of her. And she's married to mechanic Ed, is it? Is it
Yes.
Yeah,
Ed.
Ed? Okay.
Who's in love with Norma from the diner.
Of course.
everybody's in love with someone else.
You'll find in Twin Peaks everybody is effing everyone else.
Nice.
There's scandals all over the place.
There are so many shenanigans going on in this town.
Everyone's got a dark side.
What did you guys think of Dale Cooper's opening scene?
I'm a big fan of Dale Cooper already. Like, honestly, it's probably because, with all the dramatic music and stuff and everybody crying, I was just so glad to see him come along.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very much like a 1940s character, though.
Yeah.
He's
Strange.
He's very film noir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an undercover man for the FBI.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the audience's eyes into the town. Like, he comes in there and, we get to know everyone as he gets to know everyone, and he uncovers secrets and all that. Then there's the random one-armed man in the elevator. He's actually a reference to The Fugitive.
Nice.
Here's another one of your points, Mel.
Well, that's a little bit later. We're, like, skipping a ton of stuff.
Okay, what do you got?
Well, I don't know.
These are in chronological order, so I didn't have anything
Are
between
they?
there and there.
You didn't have much to say about Dale Cooper.
Well, I don't know. He's cool.
He's cool. That's all there is to know.
It's evident.
I found that he had he's sort of like Audrey. I find that he has like he's kind of childlike in a way, but then he's got a different side to him. Like, he's kind of double-sided, just like her, where he's got like the business side, and then he switches over to childlike, like Douglas Furs, and then he switches right over to business right away. A scene that I found odd. I don't know what you guys thought of Dr. Jacoby.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you guys notice that when
Yes.
when they were what? Yes.
What did you notice?
Definitely.
Notice.
What did you notice about him?
The necktie I was expecting.
Oh yeah, that he was like rubbing under the grass.
Yes. He's
Yes.
rubbing the crotch of his necktie.
Yes. He reached under the hula girl's skirt, and he was while he was saying, "By the way, Laura's parents, they didn't know she was seeing me." So that implies that there was some sort of maybe he was infatuated with
I think
her.
he's
I don't
definitely
know.
infatuated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone is.
I think he's supplying her with drugs.
Yeah. Possibly.
You never know, he is a doctor.
Laura's parents, they didn't know she was seeing me.
Gross.
Yeah. Well, Dale Cooper, and immediately after when they're walking away, he's like, "Oh, is he a psychiatrist?" And the other guy's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, well, I didn't get that from that."
Yeah, that was nice.
Did you guys notice the blooper
No.
in the morgue?
No.
No? Okay, well, there's one blooper that you wouldn't have noticed, which is the lights flickering. They actually were flickering and they couldn't get them to work right, but David Lynch liked that because it was very,
Nice.
unsettling. But in the dialogue, after he finds we'll have to talk about that in a sec. After he finds the letter under the fingernail, he asks the just that extra guy to leave them. He's like, "Would you leave us, please?" And the guy goes, "Jim."
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, because the extra thought that Kyle MacLachlan had asked him what his name is. So he's like, Jim.
Nice.
Kyle MacLachlan just continued with his line again. He's like, would you leave us, please? Oh, yeah, okay. They left that in on purpose because, again, he just liked how unsettling or how it put things at unease or whatever.
Nice. Nice. I like that.
What'd you guys think of the letter under the fingernail? You have theories?
It's so creepy. How far down the nail was that thing? Because it felt
That
like he
is.
was clawing in there.
Oh man, that was so gross. Yeah.
Was it cringeworthy?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have any theories about what you think it means?
I have no clue on that whatsoever. I do note that the other girl did not have it.
Yeah. The Ronette.
Right.
Yeah. It seemed that he had a theory he was trying to build on or something.
Yeah, he found something like that once before, and he was looking for it again.
Right, it blew my mind to find out that there was only one killing like this before.
Yeah, why was he on the lookout for this so bad?
Right. It's like, I met every victim he goes to, he's looking for letters under nails, and that's...
I know this is going to turn up again.
It's taken a year, but I finally found one.
Yeah, I don't know why he had reason to think that would show up again. But,
Maybe the previous murder was so particular that...
Yeah, maybe. And it wasn't even in the same town. Like as previous murder.
He showed up so quickly to this one. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
He arrived
really
the
strange.
same day. Yeah. Halfway through the day, only took him... Well, I don't know where he's based out of, but...
I'll say right now, Diane does not exist.
You think he just keeps the tapes in a drawer?
Probably. Or Diane was the first person to die. That was the murder victim, and now he keeps talking to the tape recorder because he's crazy.
I actually have one of those tape recorders. One second.
Nice.
See if it works.
I actually have one of those tape recorders.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well. It's very old. Yeah, but Diane's a good... again, I got this from the 35 Years of David Lynch blog, this part. Diane's a good narrative tool for us to hear Cooper's internal thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because a show like Dexter, you actually hear his internal thoughts, but in this one, he just speaks them into the microphone. Anything else?
So much.
Yeah, somebody take over for me. I've been monopolizing this.
Okay, yeah, these people aren't what I expected them to be at all. Like, I'm guessing this is what the whole show is going to be like. Like, everybody's just surprising me. Bobby came along and he's this jerk, this ass. Okay. And then the Donna's friend, or Donna, her Laura's best friend.
Yeah.
She, I don't know, she was so upset. And she's just kept exchanging these looks with James. Okay, first of all, James' face is so funny during the whole episode.
I know.
He has an unfortunate face.
Oh, poor guy.
He's very pouty, yeah.
Yeah.
He just looks very sad all the time.
He can't-
Kind of like a little puppy or
He
something.
can't turn off the pout. What else you got?
Oh, Sheriff Harry S. Truman. Why
a
did
name.
they do that? Why did they do that to him?
There's actually another name like that. Agent Cooper himself is his middle name is Bartholomew, so his initials are DB Cooper. You know his full. Do you know who that is?
No.
No,
That's an author, isn't it?
No, DB Cooper is
Or-
a famous criminal who stole money from a plane and jumped out and was never seen again.
Oh, that, yes,
Was that
okay.
back in the 70s?
I can't remember when that was.
Yeah, I think I heard about that actually.
Yeah, he's jumped
It
out.
sounds like the name of an author though.
Yeah, it
B.B.
does.
Cooper. Yeah.
So he stole some money from the government, jumped out of a plane, and then he showed up in Twin Peaks.
And then he bought a ridiculous sports coat.
Anything else?
There's this picture of Laura in the trophy case at school, you know, like, I guess the one that's used to represent, like, the whole series. And they have the exact same picture, like, in the living room at Laura's home. And
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Like, oh, wouldn't you have some more, like, I don't know, just, like, candid, familiar shots of Laura at home?
Well, that's
they,
the...
they did have a shot of her, just like a natural shot of
Yeah.
her when they were interrogating the mother. And
Yeah,
she
on the
just
couch
kinda-
behind her.
Yeah, she just kind of melted on the couch, and she
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
talking to them.
She needed drugs to not cry.
Yeah.
But yeah, that photo is the actress's actual high school graduation photo.
Oh.
But,
It's so huge. Like, it's the largest photo they could have ever imagined putting in there.
they put it over the end credits on almost every episode.
Wow.
All right, what else do I got? Oh yeah, was that a 1080p VHS? Should you really be able to see the reflection of a motorcycle?
That was so ridiculous.
Wait, zoom in more.
You would.
Can we get the serial number from that bike?
High def, yeah. But Cooper's pretty observant though to notice all these things, and he pegged people pretty well. You know, he knew.
Yeah.
He's like, Bobby. Did he say he doesn't think Bobby did it? And
Yeah, on that little.
He did not do it with the little calculator. Yeah.
He's really good at dismissing things pretty early.
Mm.
It's like, okay, let's go check this out. Nope. Keep going.
yeah, he's got strange methods. He's got a
But those are always the best detectives, though.
Yeah.
The ones with the strange methods,
They're the
and the
most
ones
interesting.
that you don't expect that they would be
competent.
very, very competent.
Mm.
They always end up being very competent, and that's because you don't expect it from. So you let your guard down.
Regardless, I would never let anyone whittle in my car.
That makes a mess, yeah.
Yeah. Whittling. No, there's something that's outdated.
Yeah. Nobody whittles except in a small town.
Yeah.
I do remember
Huh?
whittling as a young boy in a small town.
That's kind of a good point, though, that he was whittling, because that kind of shows that he's kind of wanting to be like, you know, wanting to be a part of that kind of lifestyle. Already he's starting to whittle. That's not
Yeah.
something a big city person does.
Yeah. He's really enamored with that area.
He loves the nature. He loves the snowshoe hares and the Douglas
Yeah.
firs.
What do you guys think Fire Walk With Me means?
I get so much nothing on that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I do I have figured that if it's an anagram, I think I've possibly worked it out.
Oh, really?
Sweet.
Sweet.
The anagram would be a wet milk weir F.
Nice
You know what?
try.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Done.
Makes
Solved. Mystery solved.
No need to watch the rest.
Killed by a carton of milk.
Oh yeah, the deer head on the table at the bank when they go to look at her safety deposit box.
Yeah.
It just seems to be there kind of to put you at unease again. It just kind of throws you off. You're like, oh.
I love that.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Any thoughts about that scene with the stuff in the lockbox or anything?
Cocaine.
Cocaine, yeah. Chocolate
Cash.
bunnies.
Cash and Coke.
No,
Yeah.
the chocolate bunnies were found in her room.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Would you guys... Well, go ahead.
Oh, I said I love her diary.
Yeah.
Personally, I write about it when I have to eat asparagus, which I hate. So
You could identify with that.
totally.
What's disturbing is that it was listed as though asparagus was the meal. We're having a meal of asparagus.
Oh, gross. Yes.
A big asparagus roast.
We're having boiled asparagus, roasted asparagus, yeah, raw asparagus,
Blanched asparagus.
yeah,
So much asparagus.
cornucopia of asparagus.
Because her mother's crazy. And her father isn't much better because he has grabby hands. I understand his daughter's died, or even before he knows his daughter's died, he's already like clinging. He's trying to like cling to the sheriff.
Yeah.
And then when he gets into the hospital and he meets Laura's father, he like it's like a second before he just like completely hugs him and falls apart. That is a man that needs constant physical attention.
Yeah, there's an interview with the actor, and he said when he read the script, he's like, "Oh, I look on this page and I'm crying. Oh, I look on this page and I'm crying." What do you guys think of Leo Johnson, the Shelley's husband, who is all about
The trucker.
the trucker? He's like, "Are these your cigarettes? You have one brand of cigarettes from now on."
Yeah.
He has
He's
some
terrifying.
nice hair.
They all do.
You should see his real hair though. Like that's his real hair, but he's got it in a ponytail. When it's not in a ponytail, he looks like the Cowardly Lion.
Wasn't it like slightly permed?
Yeah,
It was
it's like
yeah.
really long and very curly. He looks almost exactly like the Cowardly Lion from Wizard of Oz. I saw a clip from an old Donahue show where they interviewed the cast, and he looks ridiculous.
Wow.
And he's very thin here. As the series progresses, he gets kind of fat.
He is a scary guy. I feel like right now, my thinking is that the Laura's murder and the other girl that was raped are not necessarily connected.
Okay, interesting.
And I feel like he's almost definitely connected to the girl that was raped.
Yeah. You think? I just lost his name.
Leo?
Leo. You think Leo's connected to her,
Yeah.
but not Laura?
I don't see, and this is my other theory at the moment, is that there was like some crazy mix in which, like, if there were two killers necessary, well, killer and a rapist,
Yeah.
maybe they started with one girl and something happened and one got away and the person that was supposed to be killed was not, or something along those lines.
Okay.
A big mixer. That's what I'm saying.
And around that point, yeah, we get the traffic light shot, and it happens right after Cooper says all these crimes took place at night at the town meeting. So maybe, yeah, and then you get the shot of the traffic light at nighttime turning to red, so beware of the night, maybe? I don't know. I just thought of that this time around. I always wondered what that means. What else? Oh yeah, at the town meeting, Log Lady.
Log lady.
Any thoughts on her right off?
Oh, I wish my town had a log lady. All we have are cat ladies.
Log lady's kind of like a cat lady, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Just that she has an inanimate object.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time we see what is her name? Packard.
Josie?
Josie. Yeah.
Well,
Now she's interesting.
yeah.
Her husband died in a boating accident, which is immediately super suspicious to me.
Yes. What do you think of her?
I don't have any thoughts yet.
Okay.
I do say, closing down the
The sawmill?
yes, closing down the sawmill, I think is a bit much.
Yeah. Well, it's a small town. I guess the death affects everybody.
It is, and I understand that, but I don't really know if you just close down work for a day.
Yeah.
But it's Laura Palmer, come on.
Yeah. Everyone.
Laura Palmer was a coke addict that was nonsensically accident prone.
But she seems to be involved in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
She was tutoring Audrey's brother, and as the series progresses, you find out like the other things that she was involved with.
Yeah, everybody knows her.
Yeah.
She was a busy person.
I was kind of surprised with the interaction with like Donna's family.
Yeah.
First of all, her sister gave her up so quickly.
Yeah.
She.
But later when her dad had picked her up and was taking her home to the police station, like he was just being so nice to her and like understanding and like, oh, I trust you completely. That was just like a big surprise compared to like all the actions of like the other people so far.
Right.
Well, clearly, Donna's parents are pretty much the worst. In the it's like you're way too trusting of your daughter. Your daughter is going having Coke party picnics with random people that aren't her boyfriend, and accident-prone Laura Palmer.
Yeah.
Don't stop trusting her. Stop. She's conspiring with people that could be murderers.
Could be. Oh yeah. Speaking of that kind of scene, her boyfriend Mike pretty much threatens her right in front of her dad.
Yes.
Oh, we'll find her. Don't you worry about that.
We'll get her. We'll get her. Oh, you kids. I trust you all. I trust you all. Goodbye. Are you drinking and driving? Have fun.
Yeah, that didn't make... I didn't get that line where he's like, are you guys drinking and driving? And he's like, Bobby's doing most of the driving. When he just saw Bobby drinking on top of the car.
Worst parents ever.
Telling you, the town's messed up.
Yeah. Things are not as they seem.
The shenanigans are only outnumbered by the tomfooleries and the goings-on.
The 35 Years of David Lynch blog also pointed out that the Roadhouse is kind of like started the tradition of showing musicians singing in a TV show, kind of. It's kind of what was carried on by Buffy, Joss Whedon Buffy, so...
Okay, yeah, that totally... It made me think of Buffy. So
yeah. The Roadhouse is the original Bronze.
Hey,
Wow.
in Calgary, there is a place called the Roadhouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do all the bikers go there?
No, but it's a bar.
Do any of the teenage bikers go there?
Do they have Batman-style brawls?
Not regularly.
Biff, zonk. Do you want to say the mean thing about Julie Cruz?
That she looks like she could be Jerry Seinfeld's sister.
The singer up there?
Yeah.
Yes.
And apparently, there's another bit of trivia. Apparently, David Lynch asked her when she was singing the song to sing about the person that she loved the most. And she said that she had recently gotten married at the time, but the person, quote unquote, that she was singing about was her dog. So that's who she was thinking of when she was singing those songs.
Oh, that was a happy marriage, I'm sure.
Yes.
You guys have any thoughts on the Roadhouse scenes?
I don't think so.
No?
I found it kind of interesting and just that James sent his biker buddies instead of meeting himself. Like he was expecting trouble.
Yeah. I guess that's a smart move.
Yeah. Well, Donna seems to know all his biker buddies. I guess of the biker people in this town aren't the bad ones.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, that scene in the jail where they take James in and then Mike and Bobby go crazy and start screaming and dog howling at him. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, why are you barking at someone?
I did that all the time in the 90s. That's how we intimidated people.
I forgot about those days. Those days when we just barked. We whittled and we barked. That's what we did.
I guess they were pretty drunk at that point.
Yeah.
It sounded like a very macho, footballer kind of thing to do, though. Like the hut, hut, hut. It kind of sounded like that a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Well, David Lynch told them to act like monkeys in a cage at a zoo, so they did. Even though I guess they barked. Monkeys don't bark, but
Fair enough.
No.
And okay, so Laura told James that Bobby killed somebody.
yes.
Well, that's fun.
So you think that makes it more likely that maybe he killed her?
No.
No?
Not necessarily.
You got him scratched off the list?
I think so at the moment. At the moment.
Yeah.
He's so industrious.
You really like him, don't you?
I got a little bit of respect for him. It's so much done in a day.
If only we could all be like that.
You guys think Donna is a hussy?
I don't think she knows where she is at any given moment.
Well, her best friend has just been killed, so maybe she is a little
Took her less than a
confused.
day to go in on her best friend's guy.
It just happened. Things got out of control.
And then James is like, I'm sorry. Wait, changed my mind. Nope, I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry at all.
Almost in the same breath.
Really? Maybe a little sorry? Just a little bit?
I love that quote. It's pure cheese.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I changed my mind. I'm not sorry. The donuts. I counted it. There's like over 50 donuts there.
Yeah.
They eat those every night. They should be dead.
I mean, maybe you bring out a little bit of the red carpet for the FBI, but still, how many police have we got?
I think I counted maybe like 5 at the most in the whole episode.
Oh, yeah, that's
Every
not
night.
gonna work out. That's not gonna work out well.
No. Anything else you guys got? I'm pretty much all out.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah.
nearing there.
Did you guys recognize any of the actors from previous movies that you'd seen or TV shows?
Leland Palmer. Yes.
Yeah?
He's in that show with like where he plays the devil or whatever.
I think
I
I've
can't
heard of
remember.
it, but I can't remember.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I recognized him. And I didn't realize it at first, but Dale Cooper.
Yeah.
He's in How I Met Your Mother. A very awesome character. He's the captain.
Oh, okay. I knew he was in Desperate Housewives.
Oh.
What about you, Brad? You see anyone?
I mean, not so much. I spent most of my time trying to believe that's Laura Flynn Boyle.
And it is.
So you did
I'm like,
recognize her.
really? Yeah, I did. Well, I knew that going in, but I was like, are we sure? Is that really? Is this the right person?
So you think she looks good?
She's a completely different human being. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to her in her life.
Well, before I'd seen the series, I saw Kyle MacLachlan in David Lynch's film Blue Velvet.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking he wasn't a very good actor in that, but maybe it was just the character because I love him in this. I love him as Dale Cooper, and I was kind of indifferent to him as his character in Blue Velvet. And the other day I was watching RoboCop, and 3 actors from Twin Peaks are in that, although only one of them was in this episode. So I guess if we're done, there's a little bit more trivia. Are we all done with?
Yeah, I think so. I think I am.
Yeah.
The whole series was... The pilot episode was filmed in and around Seattle and places like Snoqualmie and North Bend, Washington in 1989. But afterward... the pilot episode and the prequel movie... I don't know if you guys know about the prequel movie, but there is one. Besides those 2 things, everything else is filmed in California on sets, which kind of sucks, but... Yeah.
I really got the West Coast vibe and like a few of the places, I guess, with like the wood carvings and stuff reminded me of Vancouver or whatever.
Yeah, I love the setting. They do a pretty good job afterwards of hiding the fact that they're in California. They find some good spots. After the show became popular, it kind of made David Lynch a household name and introduced a lot of people to the word Lynchian, which is a way to describe certain things in movies, like, oh, that's very Lynchian. But you guys haven't seen any other David Lynch works, have you?
I haven't, no.
No, not really.
I think his stuff's going to be right up your alley, Brad.
Yeah, I got a feeling.
Yeah. Twin Peaks is the most tame thing he's ever done, but yeah, and this was one of the first what's known as a water cooler show, where you at the time it came out there was only 4 big networks pretty much, and everyone was watching one of the 4 usually. So this was one of the first things that caught everyone's attention, and everyone would be talking about it the next day, around the water cooler, so they called it a water cooler show. They even had a tagline that said, "If you miss it tonight, you won't know what everyone else is talking about tomorrow."
Nice. I can definitely tell when it was written. Like it's so of that time, and like the way it's put together.
Yeah. Am I doing too much trivia? Is it kind of like ruining like the experience of it?
No, I think it's great. Yeah. No, I'm really glad to hear it. Like, I won't be looking for any trivia because I'll probably get spoiled if I do. So I'm glad that you're telling me all this.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I got terribly freaked out. Just trying to look up actor names on IMDb. I'm like covering up half the screen to not see how many episodes they're in.
Yeah. All right. Before they worked on this series, David Lynch and Mark Frost, the producers, the creators, were working on a Marilyn Monroe biography called Goddess, based on a novel, I guess. and they failed to get the rights to that book, so they couldn't do their Marilyn Monroe biography. But they kind of took some elements of that and put it into this. Like Laura Palmer kind of leads a double life a little bit, as you can tell.
Right.
Audrey Horne kind of looks like Marilyn Monroe, except a brunette. And
I think Marilyn was originally a brunette anyways, so...
Yeah, back when she was... What's her face? What's her original name?
Norma Jean.
Norma Jean.
Yeah.
The series was originally going to be titled Northwest Passage.
Ooh. No.
Northwest Passage, you don't like it?
Not at all.
Oh yeah, and last thing, The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer was actually published as a book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to find that.
I think it's mostly spoiler free. I think they kept out a lot of the stuff.
Oh, I'm sure they probably had never even... The person that wrote it probably had never even seen the show. They've just got notes.
All right.
There's also... They also had audio tapes of the Diane tapes.
Oh yeah.
That Kyle MacLachlan recorded.
Yeah, I have.
So it was like the full Diane tapes. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them were just taken directly from the show, and some of them were produced for this. I don't know if it was sold or.
I think it won a Grammy though.
Did it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, from what I can recall.
We got a little bit of feedback even before we've started.
Nice.
My brother on Facebook, Kyle Humphrey, says, "Who is your favorite character and why?" Probably hard to tell so soon.
Yeah. I'm going to go for Audrey just because I know nothing.
Okay.
And she's a firecracker.
I'm probably going to follow, the mainstream. I'm guessing this is what most everyone would go for is Dale Cooper.
Yeah.
I love his quirkiness and yeah. And he's just so nice to look at with his hair and stuff. So.
He's very crush worthy. I don't want to sound weird. Yeah.
You're married.
No, it's just he's got a winning personality. I
just like his gigantic chin.
What did he say, that he kind of looked like Katie Lang? He said that at one point, that he kind of looks like
He does look like Katie Lang. Yeah.
That's true.
But it's just his character that's very appealing to people.
Is it still appealing when you find out he killed Diane? And he's
Well, that's for you to find out. You'll just have to keep watching what happens.
All right, and Witnessaria on Twitter says, "Any guesses on who will play Diane?" Well, you assume she's dead, so I guess no one.
She's dead. Nope.
I don't think she'll even make an appearance. I think she's just going to be, a name the whole time.
Maybe she's his long-lost love.
Maybe.
It's the tape recorder.
He loves that tape recorder. He named it, yeah. Tim Allen. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tim Allen?
AHLIN. Yeah.
Is that is in Shut Up, Tim?
Oh, maybe that's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it came off of the Potential Cast Facebook page. He says, "Who killed Laura Palmer?"
Again, as I've stated, because she's so reckless and accident prone, I think she slipped on a banana peel.
She killed herself.
Slipped on the beach, fell into the ocean.
Got tangled up in some plastic, was trying to get out, her clothes came off. Yeah.
How'd that thing get under her fingernail?
Swordfish.
Okay, you guys want to do, you want to rate it? Did you come up with ratings? You think we should do ratings?
I don't know, it's hard, because I have, I don't know, I don't really feel like I have a baseline to compare this to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can forego this one if you want. Okay, I am going to completely steal the Potential Cast funny rating system, potentialcast.com. I give this episode 9 tiny letters under the fingernails out of 10. I would have given it an 8 as a Twin Peaks episode, just because it's so soap opera-ish, and it's not my favorite when it does that, but it introduces the characters well, and it gets... Oh yeah, I would give it an 8, but it gets an extra point for being filmed on location, because I really like that locale. So 9 out of 10.
Solid.
How would you guys rate it as a standalone
movie, like it was shown to some people?
Yeah.
I guess you guys didn't see the tacked on ending, but
No.
it's literally a 15-minute tacked on ending.
I'll say as far as like a solid beginning, I'll be generous and give it a full out 10.
Really?
10 awkward 90s haircuts.
Wow. Okay.
Because I feel like there's not much more I could have asked of it.
Besides better haircuts.
Right.
Well, I think that I would give it a 7 drapes out of 10. There are just so many characters. Like I'm glad, that we just have so many characters to build on, but just all at once it was just kind of overwhelming and a bit confusing.
I agree. Yeah, I was completely confused the first time.
Yeah.
I wasn't really that keen on it the first time watching it, to tell you the truth. But by the end of episode 3, I think, if you're not hooked, then we're in trouble. But
I'm giving a lot of extra points for just being brave enough to put that much information into an episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to rate it, Mel, or no?
I'm not much into rating systems,
Okay.
but I will say that I did like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the first time watching it?
Yeah, but I also liked like Blue Velvet, I think.
Yeah.
I think I like David Lynch a lot more than you do.
I like him.
No, yeah.
You guys have any quotes?
Oh yes.
Again, stolen from potential cast.
I love this little interchange.
Okay.
Laura's dead. Yeah, I heard. She was the one. Buy you a Coke? Can't do it.
No, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I can't handle a Coke right now.
Sorry, I'm too emotionally damaged. Can't have a Coke.
I kind of like how he kind of smirked when he said it too. Can't do it.
Can't do it. She was the one, and then he goes and kisses Donna. Yeah. You have one, Caitlin, or?
Yes. Okay. Actually, now that some time has passed, I like the full blossom of an evening.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Very poetic.
I hate that character. Do you have one, Mel?
Diane, I'm holding in my hand a small box of chocolate bunnies. And I also like, excuse me, is there something wrong, young pretty girl?
Nice accents. Yeah.
The Norwegians killed Laura Palmer.
That's why they all left.
The Norwegians.
They're like, oh, she's on to us.
Yeah.
No one did anything to stop or even question the Norwegians. Why?
All right. I'll go with Ed. Are you waiting for those drapes to hang themselves? and a close runner-up. Oh, James. Oh, James. Oh, James.
Nice. Oh, I have one more. Lights out, Mr. Monkey Wrench.
That was a good one.
I also like damn good food.
Reasonably priced. Okay, so I guess that's it. Alright, so that's the end of the episode. We're gonna go watch, I think we're gonna go watch 2 episodes, episodes 2 and 3, because they really work well together. And then after that, we'll just watch 1 episode at a time. So until next time, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Check us out on twitter.com/TwinPeaksCast. Search for the Twin Peaks Podcast group on Facebook. And visit us on twinpeakspodcast.blogspot.com.
Here's a tune for you guys. Okay. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.